Welcome back, beer tubers. Ryan here, back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. Gonna be looking at a beer from Unibroue. I haven't reviewed much of their stuff. I think maybe I've only done their Trader Joe's anniversary ale, but this is Le Fin du Monde, or Trader Joe's vintage ale, I should say. This is a 9% Belgian style beer, sort of like their take on a Belgian style triple. They do say it's brewed with spices though, so traditionally, you know, the Belgian triples aren't spiced. So let's get this thing open. They have a best before date of 2014, so if they're doing only 2 years out, then this is probably a pretty fresh bottle. I picked it up for a pretty good price at Trader Joe's. This cork's definitely in there. There we go. Good pop, lots of carbonation. It's ready to come out of the bottle big time. Yeah, it's going to be a ton of carbonation on this. So the appearance on Le Fin du Monde, it pours out really, really hazy, light golden, more of like a dark straw character. Can't really see anything through it. Definitely a bottle conditioned beer. A lot of yeast came up through the bottle. Got, you know, 2+ finger, just absolutely bright white head. Mostly medium-sized bubbles on it. Let's get the aroma on it. Yeah, just a ton of spice. Just that's the first thing your nose picks up. Whatever spices they use, which I don't think they say, but it's probably your typical wit beer or white ale style spices, because you get a little bit of that wit beer character. You know, there's a little bit of like an orange peel character to it. You know, slight citrus notes in there. You get that coriander kind of spiciness. You get the clove spiciness you would from a yeast strain. What's nice is it's not overly phenolic in the yeast character. It kind of has a little bit of that soapiness to it that you get on wit beers as well. Some sweet breadiness. Little hints of banana in there as well, probably coming from the yeast esters. So the head is fading away for 9%. It's probably not going to stick around much, but let's give this a try. Cheers. It's so smooth. Wow. I really thought my tongue was going to be absolutely attacked by the carbonation, but it wasn't, surprisingly. And there's a ton of bubbles streaming up from the bottom of the glass. But it's a very rounded, smooth drinking beer. Up front you're hit with a lot of spices, whatever they're using. There's certainly a clove character that's sort of maybe like coriander grains of paradise, somewhere, you know, I don't know if it's like maybe like a chamomile or something. It's kind of all this, it's like a floral, clovey, slight like kind of like lemongrass, that sort of spice character up front. And then as soon as, you know, along with a lot of carbonation but not too much, then it immediately transitions into a big bready sweetness. Hints of banana are certainly in there. You have like the stone fruit character, you know, kind of like a unripened pear note in there. And all that kind of just sweetness fades into a nice dry finish. So as it dries out on the back end, those spices kind of come back. You almost have maybe, I don't know if there's much of a hop spiciness if they're using most of the spices to kind of balance out the beer, but there might be a little bit of that kind of spot, the Saaz hop note kind of comes forward at the end. Definitely enough hop character in the end. Not a ton of bitterness, there's a touch of bitterness in there, but that's probably mostly up front with the spices, which kind of reappear, balance things out in the end. It's a really well brewed beer. It's a little different, you know, it's not a traditional Belgian style triple. I think that's usually where they put it category wise. But it's a unique take on the style. It's a great beer. It's highly drinkable, 9%. It's refreshing. You can't taste the alcohol. You know, it's just a nice medium body to it. So, you know, this is an easy A for me. This is an excellent beer. Probably my favorite Unibroue beer. I'm not entirely sure, but I highly recommend check out Le Fin du Monde if you're into the Belgian style you know, wit beers, the golden strong ales, the triples. This is sort of like a melding of all those kind of styles, and it's really well done. So highly recommended, and available many places around the world, or at least in the US. It's pretty widely available. So recommend trying this one out. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.